Classic buffalo head. Let's get it out there. While we're waiting for one of those rods to go off, I thought I would show you guys what I have in my kit. So I have a dry bag today. Sometimes I use canvas backpacks, sometimes I use dry bags. Today it's a dry bag because it is a little bit rainy. So this is GoPro batteries. I've got a little homemade liner inside of a fishing tackle box to keep them waterproof. That way if they get rained on or dunked in the water, they're gonna be just fine. Water. Do not go home without your water. I like to carry at least 3 of these. Each one of these things are about 33 ounces of water. This is bare minimum for this kind of day. I have my pliers. So I have 2 kinds of pliers with me. I have long needle nose pliers for unhooking fish, and I also have crimping pliers. I don't use wire that much. The reason I have crimping pliers is because they're a little bit easier to bend hooks with, and I do a lot of hook manipulation when I'm fishing for alligator gar. This little bin here, I've got my floats. Now, we may not do float fishing in this zone, but if I want to, I use these 4 or 5 inch unweighted slot floats. They work really well. Baiting thread, so I rig my baits up with this cotton thread. It's biodegradable, good stuff to have. You can get it in like kitchen stores or grocery stores. These beads are really good for rigging leaders, especially if you're using a float. It'll stop the float from sliding past a certain point. You never know when you're going to catch an 8-foot alligator gar, so I like to have one of these handy. Extra line. This is monofilament, Suffolk Superior 100-pound monofilament. That is what forms the last maybe 6, 7, 8 feet of my rig before it gets down to the leader. Got my fishing gloves here. This is a good brand, Hyper Tough. I get these from Walmart. They fit my hands really well. I have big hands for being a short guy. Got my leader material here. This is 400-pound braided Kevlar. And this is 500-pound braided Kevlar. This is my preference when catching big gar. Got my TERRA tackle hooks. Good, powerful swivels. This is full of swivels that are a variety of sizes, but typically 150 is the lowest weight poundage. Good old-fashioned lighter. Do not leave home without a lighter. You will use this to tie FG knots and seal off your main line knots and stuff like that. This is a lifesaver. And of course, if you get stranded out in the woods, it might be a lifesaver. Braid scissors. These things are a must have. These ones also have the split ring plier feature on the end, and these ones are unbreakable. Danco is the name. Danco, I don't know how to say it. D-A-N-C-O is the brand name. Really, really good. And my TERRA tackle bait thread. Sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes I will have this with me. It really depends on where I'm going. I tend to keep it in my bag. And then lastly, you have these things, some split ring pliers just in case. You know, what if I lose my other pair? Some tape. It's nice to have electrical tape. You never know when you're going to need it to rig things up in an emergency, especially your camera. There have been many instances where I've been fighting a fish, had my camera, and be like, all right, stay right here. This stuff is good to have. A little bit of hand sanitizer, the rod, the reel, the landing gear. And my landing gear for alligator gar is a lariat rope, which you could buy, you know, in any Western store worth its salt, but Tractor Supply has a good variety of lariats that you can get. Don't leave home without these, your polarizing lenses. I like to wear a headband for multiple reasons. This started off as a way to cushion the camera that I would wear on my head. It's also just good to keep the sweat out of your eyes, and now I just wear it because I like them. And I have a face mask. I don't use these as much when I'm on the river. I tend to use them more when I'm fishing the city in that really nasty bayou water that's very infectious. I try to keep that away from my face. A watch, a good tough one. This is a G-Shock. I like G-Shock. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by anyone that I've mentioned so far, except for TERRA Tackle. That is the only group that I actually work with. But I'm a big fan of G-Shock watches, and I like orange and green. This watch will take a beating and keep going. I've had this one for years. It's been beaten up. Most other watches would fail, but this one keeps going. I like G-Shock watches, and I like to have a good watch because sometimes your phone may not work. Your phone may break. You don't want to take your phone out constantly. What if you have to get in the water? What if you're soaking wet? What if it's raining and you have to put your phone in your bag? Good old-fashioned watch is the way to go. And last but not least, I can't believe I almost forgot, a knife. This is an SOG Seal, I think. Seal Pup, yep, that's the one. I bought this last night. I like the textured grip. The serration has come in handy for cutting bait. It's a good sharp knife, AUS 8 steel, so it's gonna sharpen in the field easily. I had a buck knife and it broke last night, so I had to go buy this one in a rush. But so far it's been a very, very good knife. I like it quite a lot. I would recommend learning to get comfortable in virtually any kind of spot, in any kind of terrain, because you're just going to be waiting for hours and hours and hours. I've gotten to the point now where I can just kind of go to sleep and one ear, one eye open, but functionally asleep, just waiting for those rods to go off. At least I have a really nice view. This is a beautiful place. I talk bad about Texas all the time, and I can because I live here. It's my home. I can do that. But it is quite beautiful. Yep. Fish on. Ah, good fish. Oh, very good fish. He's fighting weird. He might have been wrapped in the line a little bit there. He's staying real close. Yep, there he goes. Ah, burning my skin off my thumb. Oh, that's a good fish. We're on a proper alligator gar. This is a good one. Stay away from those snags. Do not go that way. Do not go that way. Try to pull him to the right. Yes! That's a damn good fish right there. Yes, sir. That is a good fish. Wow. That's a big one. That's a damn good one. I'll be very happy with that. Oh, there he goes. He's fat too. It's not the longest fish I've ever hooked by far, but man, he is hefty looking. All right. Now, we made some critical mistakes last time landing these fish, or rather trying to land one of them. And it cost us not only the fish, but the fish's life probably, and least importantly, the gear. Taking my shoes off. Shoes off. He's facing the bank, but he's looking for a chance. I gotta make sure that line stays out of that snag there. Because if he, there we go. If he decided to have a go again, he could pull it right into that snag and cut us off rather. Oh, yeah, he's gonna have a go. Oh, what a beast. What a beast. Okay, he's starting to give up. He's starting to give up, which is good. Come here, you. Now, you guys have to remind me that my wallet and my keys and my phone are all sitting on the bank over here. Can't go home without that. Okay. If I could just pull him back around. Oh, ah. Oh, what a monster. Holy smokes. Okay, we got him roped. I do want to adjust where that rope is, but hang on. Priorities. Let's get this not just loose, but wedged in that branch there. There. If he takes off, he's not getting away with our gear this time. Oh. If he were to kick right now, that'd be really bad. Huh. I'm gonna mark the ground here just in case he kicks around. Once I get that tape on his tail, I'll have the peg marking. It's an old school kind of big game way of hunting, of measuring things. $6'10". 6'10". Not a bad fish, yeah? But look at this gorgeous, 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 gorgeous animal. Look at the size of him. Look how big he is. 6'10" long. Ooh. Yeah, now you can see, you can start to see the size. Let me back up a little bit and show you guys in the water. That way, if he kicks and gets away, you'll get to see it all. Gotta be careful. There's a lot of sharp rocks under the water here. Beautiful, beautiful fish, yeah. It's hard to keep the camera on him. I wanna do a proper lift, but I actually don't know if he might be too big. He might be too big to do a proper lift. He's a big one. Look at that. He's getting ready to go again, and I'm very much out of position. So if he decides to go, I will not be able to stop him. Monstrous animal, that. There he goes. Oh, there he goes. There's the breath. 6'10". Gorgeous animal. Let's get him under the water where he can breathe properly. They're so smart. He's looking right at me. I can see his eyes checking me out. Let's let him submerge the way he wants. Rope is off. The mud out of my socks. It is so muddy out here. I gotta wash all this thick mud out of my socks before I can get my shoes back on. I'm glad we can finally get a good sized alligator gar on camera again. It's been a little while, but perseverance paid off. The decision to go out today instead of tomorrow paid off. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. And we'll see if we can make it happen. I've got a bunch of how-to videos in the process of being made right now. Remember, if you catch an alligator gar, let it go. They're important native members of this environment. They've been here for 100 million years. It needs to stay that way. If you catch one, put it back. Check out some of these other videos right here. Like and subscribe. Please hit the bell when you subscribe. I hate saying that. It sounds so like bro YouTuber. Hit the bell! But please do it. It really does make a difference. And I'll check you guys later.